Hey everybody, it's Grant, and today here is my brand new 8 units. If you haven't seen any videos on this series before, understand I'm about to show you everything you know from start to finish. We're gonna go over the numbers on this deal, give you a cool property tour so you can get some ideas for the rental properties that you're looking for or future rental properties that you're looking for, and all of the issues that happened along this particular job. And then stay tuned for a future video where I do it on the entire complex. There was a house buried on here. I had to buy meters and taps for all these units because they had one water line. I had to do so many silly things along the way, and where time took too long, there's so much I'll be able to share with you. So stay tuned for future videos, but here we go. Let's get into these new 8, from numbers to problems to rented. So the first thing that I want to talk about in this video is going to be the problems that we had in this project along the way. Oh, I still don't know how this happened. Super major error on my contractor's side. That's the only way we can look at it. Maybe we were rushing, but we really weren't, because this project took forever. And long story short, they built the slabs on the 3-bedroom apartments, not the 2-bedroom apartments. So they had to do so much saw cutting on this big, beautiful slab, running all these extra pipe that just asks for issues in the future that you should never have to worry about. Not only that, when they furred out the walls, they didn't fur them out far enough and had to move pipes all over the walls and change it up. And it was just done the best way we could, but not up to my standards. And honestly, the apartments are still gonna be great. They're gonna be awesome. We've got all the ways we changed this unit up, and we'll also include that in this video on how I increased the usability of this floor plan. But there were so many problems along the way. The next problem that we're gonna talk about was the time frame on this job. The time frame on this job was supposed to take 6 to 8 months, and we always leaned towards 8 months. This job took well over a year. Not exactly sure what the final time frame was, because I kind of got fed up with it and just wanted them done. But it took well over a year, probably around 14 to 16 months, if I had to give you a solid guess. But that time frame, you're spending more money, you're more stressed, you're more susceptible to price increases and material issues and all kinds of things, unless you want to buy it all up front. And that's not really what you want to do. You want to keep the job rolling and going. And honestly, it was very frustrating. The next biggest issue was the budget. If you've been following these video series, I built 21 units sitting here on this property, and it started with a 4-plex with the land to build 16 more units, and finally, we're done. Such a good feeling to have 2 years worth of work building these projects in stages with what I can afford to do at the time, or feel comfortable to afford at the time. And now we're finally done with all the pain and suffering. Here we go. But after I built the 3 bedrooms that are bigger, guess what happened? Price increases skyrocketed left and right, and I signed the new bid to build these from, instead of $766,000, just over $800,000, because we paid $50,000 more on the original contract than the original bid, because price increases were going absolutely insane. It wasn't a fault to me or the contractors, just the times that we live in. But still, how frustrating is that? Not only that, here's where the contractor actually gave me something that really stressed me out. After the project was complete, they told me they looked at the books, and the lumber, the framing material, the something, because it's got to be more than just framing material, cost $65,000 more than the original bid. And me and him have been talking. We're gonna have one more meeting on how much of that I want to pay. He is my contractor, gives me a great deal, and honestly, I get a good value, I get a good product. I don't get it in the most timely fashion, but I enjoy the process. And I enjoy the process enough not to shop for anyone else. I really trust him. I feel that we have a good working relationship, but that puts us at $115,000 over on this project than we thought about. And when I show that future video, it's gonna really add up, because I had a house buried that we had to fix all the dirt. I had to put taps in. That was over a $30,000 bill right there. So a lot of that happened on this project. So that way I can show you just the ugly side of real estate, and it doesn't just look so pretty and beautiful and rented. And the last thing I want to share with you is how I utilize the space of this property. So for instance, this was a 2-bedroom, 1.5 bath. So now we actually put a drop-in shower right here that allowed us to actually have a full bathroom down here. And it doesn't work out the greatest, but it still works just fine. Also, This was a double washer and dryer. So now we have a stackable, which gave us that more room in the bathroom to add that shower and utilize that space to be a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. That way it markets better, it does everything else you possibly need a whole lot better, and it's a lot more comfortable for your tenants. This kitchen is still absolutely spacious, what you saw on the property tour, and guess what? The last thing that we're actually gonna talk about is one cosmetic issue, where this actual issue is where they built it wrong, built it after the fact, but look how beautiful it came out. We ended up building it after the fact, but this beautiful beam really came out, made it really look really good, and take the eyesore to a focal point of the property. The last thing I want to talk to you about is how we actually got these properties rented and rented fast. By running a TV special, quality photos, and making sure that we had them marketed right with a little boosting on Facebook. We've got everything rented right now besides one unit. When I get that last unit rented, I'm going to show you how I did it. I'm going to give you some actual details on how I actually got that done and got that done fast to make sure that sweet, sweet cash flow starts flowing. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you have a fantastic afternoon. We don't do outros anymore, so I believe in you. Bye.